Hey, this is Aaron Hickman, or Dia, and you're listening to the Impulse Project featuring music from the demo scene and the tracking community.
Yep. So, you guys ready for the next track?
I am definitely ready.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
The next track. So this is a track I picked. It's called Travel, and it was released in a demo by Resistance, and it's composed by Nainain. All right, you just heard Travel, and that was composed by Nainain of the demo group Resistance, and that is on the YM2612. I think it's clocked at 50 hertz. That's what sounds right to me anyway. And it was composed, like I said, by Nainain, and he is a French composer. And this was released in July of 2015, and it took third place at the Solskogen 2015 demo party, which takes place in Norway, under the old school demo compo. I love this track. I thought it was way chill. It has a really cool groove to it. It really demonstrates the 2612 because it's simply the YM2612 by itself. There is no PSG involved. So I think it's a good example of what the chip can do in a very kind of more, I guess, a slower kind of take on some of the audio produced.
Yeah, you don't often associate the FM chips with those fast Western style arpeggiations.
Yeah.
And so I was almost convinced that arpeggio that you hear in the song was taking place on that PSG chip. But then I muted channel 5 on the 2612 and the arpeggios went away. I was like, oh my god, that's
where it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I turned off the PSG, or I turned off the YM2612 and I heard silence. So so I was like, oh wow, okay, I guess that's strictly a single chip. But it's a very impressive track. Aaron, what do you think about it?
Man, I really liked it. It almost reminded me, almost like how the Amiga would sound like the Commodore 64 sometimes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right, with like AHX or something, yeah.
Yeah, that whole vibe, or like, I'm trying to think of the composer. There's one guy who does a lot of Amiga tracks that have that same feel. I think we were mentioning him, what's his name? What was it? Sunny... was it rainy, sunny days?
Reflex. No, not a Reflex. Oh man, what? I can't think of the name now. God,
I feel like I'm getting old. I can't remember his name, but he's one of my favorite composers too. But yeah, just like that whole deal where it's pretty simple synthesis going on. But I love the arps. I love the change up in the drums. I would say the drums aren't the most spectacular thing about the track, but they get the job done. And I like the change up kind of midway through the track where it kind of has like a halftime feel to it, kind of like where you get kind of like a break or a drop.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah, in the lead, it kind of did have that sort of really pronounced Amiga Commodore 64-ish feel to it. Like, it didn't sound like your typical Genesis lead sound or Mega Drive. So yeah, I thought it was a really good track. Yeah,
no, I thought the demo was really cool. Composer did an excellent job. So Nainain, or Nainain, however you pronounce it, I swear to God, we are so bad with these names. He did both the coding and the music, and this was actually his first coding attempt ever. He was mostly a musician or an audio guy, but he decided he was going to try to get into coding, and this was his first attempt. And I got to say, it's a pretty damn good attempt at that, because if you look at the demo, it's actually quite impressive for Sega Genesis. I mean, this took place in 2015, and if you look at a lot of the stuff we have here, it's more recent, and I think that's because people are starting to understand the hardware a little bit more from outside of like these licensed companies, and maybe that's why. But Nainain did a lot of music on the Amiga. He started in 1995, so he's not new to the scene at all, but he really kind of got into I guess the Genesis just in the last few years. But he has been active on the Amiga, the Game Boy Color, and a few other computer platforms, like I think it's Atari ST and maybe the Commodore 64 as well.
Yeah, I could totally tell right off the bat that this guy had experience on Amiga, because like we were just talking about, I think that's where this track's influence definitely came from, the Amiga
Radix,
scene.
There you
Radix,
go. Oh
there
my God.
It was Radix, yeah. Sorry.
You know what? If Martin Gustafsson, one of the guys who comments a lot in the Facebook group, if he was on the show right now, he would have called it right off the bat. That guy
He's probably listening and screaming, "It's Radix! It's Radix!"
And the track I was thinking of was "Rainy Summer Days," which is like my all-time favorite.
That's
demo scene too.
That's so funny, because that was almost the track that I picked for the last episode in our summer jams, and I don't know, I scrapped it for whatever reason.
That's funny. It ended up getting posted in our group, though. I think it was
Yeah.
like one of the first tracks that got posted after we put our last show up. So that's really funny.
Yeah, but Nainain, like I said, he has a ton of different tracks. If you go through like his list, you can find other different chip tunes he's composed, other demos he's been a part of, a few different groups. But Resistance is a really cool group, and they've done a lot of cool demos. So definitely give them a check out on poet.net, and you can also go to the website, which is resistance.no.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for listening. Keep an eye on the feed for the next episode, and we will be moving back over to more traditional demo scene stuff. So thank you guys again, and see you in a few weeks.
Peace out, guys.
Later.